Cyber liability insurance is really a buzzword in the insurance industry right now. You hear about major corporations and credit card companies. I think Citibank was recently hacked, and they had, the necessity of having coverage through either data breach or data expense coverage, so that if somebody hacks into your computer system, do you have the expenses sitting in a bank account to be able to cover those exposures? So if your company is hacked and people have gotten a hold of your client's personal non-public information, you would then be responsible to pay Equifax or Experian, some of those other credit reporting companies, in order to take care of all of your clients whose information has now been hacked. And most companies do not have the resources in the bank to pay for those out of pocket. So they're going to need coverage for that. A lot of times now, your business owner's policy, for those who are in the business world, will allow you to put an endorsement on your policy to cover this exposure. I personally, on my own company, have put significant coverage on my own policy. This isn't something that I just say you have to do. This is something I've done in my own company, recognizing that this need is there and it's an exposure that I have. And so I like to tell people I understand the exposure because I have that as well. And even though it's going to cost you a little more in premium, the cost is really pretty low in relation to what your expenses could be without it. In fact, the smaller companies often have a bigger exposure because they may not be as aware of their risk as a larger company may be, and not being aware of the risk, they are not protecting themselves as well as a larger company may be protecting themselves. So that leaves them open to this exposure, and a large data breach could put a small company out of business. So they just have to contact their insurance agent and say, could you quote me coverage for adding data breach or data expense coverage onto my policy?